You've joined us on Starting Up. Now, four of the most innovative startups in the technology for development space came together to pitch to a special panel of investors. The reward, a wild card entry into Starting Up Super Angels. Sudhir Sial brings us that special.
Hello and welcome to the Technology for Development Startup Showdown, and we have four of the most innovative technology for development companies here. The rules are quite simple. These guys are going to be coming up here and making a pitch of their startup. They have 2 minutes each. Immediately after their 2 minutes, they're going to be quizzed and not mentored so much, but quizzed and heckled by these guys over here, Sasha and Mahesh. So startups are going to be judged on 4 parameters. That's social impact, technology, business model, and market size. They also have these fantastic scorecards which they're going to show as a score for each startup after they finish. Before we waste any more time, I'm going to invite the first startup onto stage. Put your hands together for Forus Health.
Globally, about 45 million people are blind and about 12 million live in India. The cost of blindness is a whopping 50 billion US dollars. And the ironic factor is about 80% of this is avoidable or needless. The most important thing is number of doctors. We hardly have 14,000 ophthalmologists in this country, and they use very expensive diagnostic equipment. So our innovation is called Trinetra, which is a fully integrated pre-screening device which actually can do an anterior posterior segment of the eye image as well as do refraction. It can be done by a minimally trained technician. It's got an auto algorithm which can actually detect 5 major eye problems which constitute about 90% of blindness. We had a very profitable first year, and we intend to grow to about 25, 60 and 70 crores in the next 3 years. We're looking for funding for our capital for our next level R&D growth as well as for marketing.
Question, Sasha, what do you make of the pitch?
I think it was excellent, very simple, easy to understand. I think that the business model right, the market size is huge. You get the price points right.
Absolutely, that's something which we're working on very hard.
Take us through your price points right now.
Currently, if you want to buy the existing 3 or 4 equipments, we'll be 1/6 of the price currently. We are in the 4 to 5 lakh range.
I do not question the technology. I question the business model and social impact, and that's because your product costs 5 lakhs per unit, right? That's just a product. You need a laptop by its side which is another 50,000 on it. You need a guy who's trained, maybe 50,000, 1 lakh. It's 6.5 lakh installation. Right? You're replacing something that's 10, 15 lakhs. I understand. You say you're going to be 25 crores in a couple of years. I mean, at 25 crores, that means you've sold exactly 500 products. I don't know how you're going to reach 20 million people out of 500 products. So I think somewhere the numbers are probably not adding up. I would love to be able to see this at a lakh or so kind of price point, because the cost of goods in that device is not 5 lakhs. I think you're making way too much profit right now. I think if you figure out a way to cut it down, push the device through at a lower volume, you will really make the kind of social impact you want to make.
Cut the fat, he said.
You're right, absolutely. We intend to go to around the 2 lakh range in about a year's time.
1 lakh.
1 lakh, yes. Okay, good. Yeah.
So it's a moment of truth. Sasha scored from 3 to 10. So Mahesh was quite upset that it's not 0 to 10, but we'll have to do with 3 to 10. 7 from Sasha. And 7 from Mahesh. A score of 14 out of the maximum of 20 for Forus Health. The next startup to take the stage, SMV Wheels.
There are estimated 10 million rickshaw drivers in India. 90% of these rickshaw pullers, they hire their vehicle on daily rental basis, but in their entire work life, they are not able to own their own rickshaw. With SMV Wheels, we are coming with one window solution. We are giving them the ownership of a better designed, lightweight rickshaw within 1 year, along with the comprehensive package of legal licenses, insurance for the rickshaw puller, uniforms, photo ID cards. If you could look at the scenario of the rickshaw pulling in India, it is existing from past 150 years, and only innovation which has been done is shifting the rickshaw puller from hand pulled rickshaw to the cycle rickshaw puller. So there is a great space for technological development in this simple mechanics of rickshaw. We plan to reach 1 lakh rickshaw pullers in coming 5 years. Please support us.
When you say you help with the design of the rickshaw, you bring the design, you help them manufacture a new rickshaw, or what exactly is your input from that perspective?
See, if you could look at the weight of the traditional rickshaw, it ranges from 95 kg to 105 kg. The new rickshaw which we have introduced, the weight is around 70 to 75 kg.
So first of all, obviously commendable job. The question is, what is the cost of the rickshaw?
See, in the traditional market, you get a rickshaw at 10,500 rupees, but we are outsourcing it on wholesale from Ludhiana, so it comes around 9,000 rupees to us.
So about 1,000 rupees less.
Yeah, that's 1,000 rupees less, which is the margin for the wholesaler to retailer and to the.
And did you say you're also managing the financing for them?
We have designed in such a way that they pay a rental of 30 to 35 rupees. They are in the habit of paying that amount, so we charge them 250 rupees per week, and they have to pay it for like 52 weeks.
Mahesh?
Yeah, I had a couple issues. One, you're getting this manufactured by somebody else to your design. So, in a sense, you're kind of sort of a product company. You're also doing all the leasing, because your problem that you're trying to solve is you're trying to solve the leasing problem. You're saying the guy is currently paying a Lalaji 30 rupees a day, he pays me 35 rupees a day, at the end of the year he owns the rickshaw. Then you're doing a third job, which is some local authorities, your RTO or getting licenses, or municipality, you're doing all of that stuff. I think when you're doing these three businesses, it's going to be very difficult for you to scale.
To build a real business with scale, which venture capitalists can fund, you need to know exactly what you have to do and a clear vision of how you're going to get there.
All right, it's time for that moment of truth. Scores, time.
I'm giving 8 because bad luck.
With a score of 13 points, SMV Wheels moves into second place behind Forus Health. The next startup to take the stage, B2R Technologies.
Work has always moved to where it makes economic sense to do it. In fact, that was the whole basis of why work started moving from the Western countries, from UK, from US, to Gurgaon, to Bangalore about 15 years back. And that is the very basis of our business, to take it where it makes further economic sense to do that work, which is in the village. Problem identification, so to speak, is that delivering to the cost advantages which are demanded by clients today, both in international and in domestic markets, is a challenge with the urban BPOs, both because of rising costs as well as attrition. On the social side, we see a huge opportunity as well as a challenge of rural youth who are unemployed, who are educated, and have the capability and the passion to do a lot more, but don't have the opportunity.
What's the difference between you and a regular rural BPO?
The routes are different, but the objectives are similar. The route we've chosen is a lot more investment in learning and development. We think that's very strategic. A lot more investment in technology.
Your core differentiator, if you were to mark one, it would be your distributed model.
Yes.
That's your core differentiator.
Absolutely.
Large companies are now looking to outsource. So they're saying, okay, fine, Bombay, Delhi, Gurgaon, Bangalore, Whitefield, up to that.
Tier 2, Tier 3.
So they're going to Visakhapatnam.
Right.
They're going to Jaipur, they're going to Dehradun. Right? They're going to Baroda. This is where they're going.
Yeah.
Now the point is that they're going there because there is still economics of scale. I can still put up a 5,000 person BPO on Dehradun. Sure. I do think that they will still be able to have a march over you, because you're going to like the village.
Yes, Mahesh. For how long will they have a march is my question, because they will go the same way as the city. We are taking the long-term cost of going up, actually right out of that entire dimension.
By going to the smaller village.
By going to the smallest place right away, creating a cluster, creating.
Is that the core benefit of this distributed model?
Absolutely.
I find it really hard to, say my ambition is to be the cheapest, right?
It's
because there's going to be somebody who's going to be cheaper than you somewhere.
Which is fine. It is not only the cheapest, but of global service delivery being delivered from the cheapest location.
Neeraj, thank you very much. I think we're running short of time.
Thank
So Sasha, your score?
6.
Thank you.
B2R scores 12 points out of the maximum 20 and moves into third place. The final startup to take the stage, Embrace Global.
What if I told you that you could save 4 million babies this year, and next year, and then every year after that? The reality is 20 million low birth weight and premature babies are born every year, and 4 million of these die. These are majority in the developing world. And the sad reality is that it's a preventable cause, and we know what the solution is. A large number of these deaths occur because babies don't have warmth. Embrace is in the space of developing low-cost infant warmers to help address this problem. Currently in the developing world, we don't see these problems because we have glass box incubators, which cost $20,000 US, but work perfectly in keeping these babies safe, warm, and alive.
Embrace's solution is an innovative, low-cost warmer, which costs less than 1% of a traditional incubator. It uses special phase change material technology to keep the infant warm at the correct temperature. We've also just signed a distribution contract with GE Healthcare, and are looking to sign a few more to make sure this product gets out to every corner of the world where it's needed most. We have the team, the advisors, the partners, and we just need the capital to make sure that we can scale this and make it a success.
Take us through that product. What is the magic material?
Yes, so the magic in this product is a lot of research we did to get this special material. It's called the phase change material. So there's two properties of it that allow it to do what it does. One is that its melting point is precisely at 37 degrees Celsius, which is human body temperature, which is what the infant needs. Inside the womb, it's 37 degrees, and when it comes out, it feels freezing cold in a room like this. It also has a high latent heat, which means that it'll release a lot of energy before it re-solidifies. So if you melt this one pouch and keep it inside this bag with the baby, for over 4 hours, it'll maintain exactly 37 degrees Celsius. The third component is a heater. So for this device, you place this pouch in an electric heater, and within 20 minutes it melts. So that electric heater, this pouch, and this sleeping bag together cost around 7,000 rupees, whereas the traditional incubator is 20,000 US dollars.
First of all, super job. I have seen this presentation for the last 3 years in San Francisco, in Shanghai, in some other city somewhere else, and now today. So my question is, why has it not been funded as yet?
Well, currently we're a non-profit, but we're moving towards a hybrid model. So up until now, all the capital we've raised, it couldn't legally be any for-profit investment. As an NGO, we've been getting grants, donations, foundation money, and so that's the sole reason we haven't gotten any funding. But
Tell me a little bit about your customers. How many have you signed up?
Till now, so we actually just launched this product 2 weeks ago. So it's very new on the market. We're doing a small pilot launch in Bangalore where we're based.
So Mahesh, I have a couple of issues out here. One, you're not doing all of this wonderful saving baby stuff that you claim yet, because you're simply replacing an equipment that already exists in a neonatal care unit. There's a neonatal care unit, they have an incubator, you're saying, okay, that costs 10 lakhs, I'm going to give this to you for 10,000 bucks. Because warmth is only one part. I mean, the other part of a neonatal unit is really the antiseptic or aseptic condition in which the kids are kept. So you're not really going to be able to take people out of the neonatal care unit. You still have to be in a neonatal care, except, you're replacing a 10 lakh machine with 10,000 machines. So I don't yet see how this goes into the home, or it goes into millions of homes, or where the value plays. You've done a damn good job on the technology side. But the bigger problem is, how do you get this distribution to places that you really want to get it into? And I'm a little concerned that you've left it to large, guys who have absolutely no interest in getting it there, and no ability to get it there.
Would you agree with the panel that getting to the last mile is your biggest challenge right now?
I'd say, yeah, it's definitely one of our biggest challenges.
Okay, right. It's score time. 8. With a score of 15 points out of 20, Rajan Patel and Linus Liang of Embrace Global win the Startup Showdown at Sankalp. They now win a wildcard entry into Super Angels.
Congratulations to Embrace Global. We look forward to them making their pitch on Super Angels. We'll take a breather here on the show, but coming up, it's what you've been waiting for, the premiere of Super Angels.